questions that may be raised from time to time. Thank you very much.
Good afternoon, my name is Matsilane Mamabolo, I'm a freelancer. Coach Jonh, you are joining Magesi. The assistants are there, they've been in the club for. Why have you not brought your own assistant coaches?
I want to take a package of 5. Let me take 5 first, yes. I see the second question here. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I've got 3, I'm not too sure if I'm many. I wouldn't mind to mention them all, but the first 2 will be directed to the coach. My name is Dr. H.O.D. I'm from SABC Sport Traveler FM. Maybe the first one to the coach would be Coach, mostly when coaches join clubs, they would have studied the club and familiarized themselves with the club. I just want to find out how familiar are you with Magesi FC. The second question would be, I think it's an open secret that Magesi did not start well last season. They started on a back foot, I would say. What are some of the strategies that you're going to infuse to ensure that what prevailed last season does not repeat? And perhaps this one would go to the manager. In most cases, and this is going to happen, it happens every season. In the first 2 to 3 weeks of the new season, we would see clubs parting ways with the coaches. It's going to happen, and when it happens, please, my phone is always on. I mean, with other clubs, not with Magesi, obviously. You are going to say, indeed, I've mentioned this. What are the agreements you have entered into with the coach to ensure that you don't suffer the same fate wherein you start to just disagree from the onset? We know it's not going to be a smooth sailing. You may even suffer the first 5 defeats. It happens in football. But if you've got a long-term vision, after a certain number of games, obviously the technical team and the players will now start to understand each other and perhaps start to deliver positive results to the team. I just want to know the agreements. I don't want you to delve much into the details as such, but what I'm trying to establish here is the targets, how you're going to approach the season. Are you going to put targets for the first 10 games? This is how the number of points we want to collect and so on. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. In other hand, let's deal with those questions. In the meantime, we'll go to the second round at the later stage.
Thank you very much for your questions. I think the first one was why I did not bring my own assistant. I think you don't just bring something if it's not necessary for you to do so. So I strongly believe that the technical team that is there is a technical team that has been there for a long time, help the team, to be promoted from ABC to NFD, all the way to PSL. So I strongly believe that these coaches are not people that are just there. They know what they're doing, they know their job, and if it's not necessary for me to bring someone else, I don't think it's necessary. If it's needed for us as a collective, as a team, to say we want to reinforce the technical team, then we can be able to do so. But for now, we are very happy with the technical team that we have. And remember that sometimes you reinforce it just to make sure that you've got a very strong technical staff that can be able to help you to achieve your goals.
I hope I've answered that one.
second one, am I familiar with Magesi? Yes, of course, you don't just throw yourself to the team without, trying to find out how do they do things, how is that team. One thing, that I'm very much interested, or it has made me to make this decision to come to this, to Magesi Football Club, it's because it's a team that is very ambitious. They want to win things. We have seen already, first season, in the league, the team wants something. That tells you so many things that this is a team that does not just regard themselves as a small team, but it's a team that is really looking forward to compete with anyone else. That's why you saw that last season the team did manage, to win a cup. Yes, it's very important, for the team to start well, because when the team starts well, it gives confidence also to the players. I think maybe next season the team did not start well. Remember, it was the first season in the Premier League. It could be because of that, and maybe it just needed a little bit of patience. And you saw the way the team finished. The team finished very strong, which means, something that you see when they started, maybe it started badly, but eventually, they got it right, and the team managed, to finish right. The third one, I hope I've answered that one. The third one is, I'm done. I think I'm done. Thank you. Yeah, it's for the GM.
There's one for
there's one more.
I don't know which one is that, but there's one for which.
Yes, there is one really big difficult question here. Let me throw myself into the question to say, there is what you call a choice. You choose someone because of certain factors, and obviously those factors are related to football and achievement of that particular person. So, like you said, what are the agreement? Obviously, football. In football, yes, you are right to say we're dealing with performance. It's a performance-related activity, and then so far we're still on the take-off stage. Of course, necessarily we're still on take-off stage and going to dig deep with the coaches. It's not a one-day activity. We're going to get deep into the activity to agree on particular terms of reference to say, what about this, what about this, what about this, what about this, so that when part of your second question comes to say, normally teams like to part with what you call with their coaches and pray for this. This will obviously speaks to the agreements that we have made. But basically, we're not going. The man himself is not going to fail because the team itself, as Magesi has got a very beautiful structure. There are good players who showed a very good performance in the previous season. So I think it's the coach is not dipped into the sea. It's just there to make applications of everything possible, so that unwanted things cannot come. Just to make him say thank you very much.
Good afternoon. My name is Nico from SABC Sport. I've got 3 questions, 2 for the coach and 1 for the manager. You spoke about the team winning the trophy last season. Would you say it's more pressure for you to retain that trophy? And the second one, to the manager, you brought the coach before the beginning of before announcing the players, obviously, signing the players. Is it because you want him to also have a say when you sign those players? Let me shut the second one for the coach. I'll come back.
Good afternoon. Before I ask, I wanted to ask, are we going to get like one-on-one opportunities with the coach?
Yeah, it's granted.
Okay.
That's what I been, yes.
I just, good afternoon. My name is Leta Bahanya. I'm with Edis Guitars. I have a question for the team manager. I think it's just to get clarity on what Holly asked. I don't know if it's a similar question, but I'm assuming, and I feel like it wasn't really answered. I mean, for me, I want to know in terms of the terms of agreement with the coaches, in terms of how long is this contract and the mandates that you have given for training. Thanks.
Thank you very much, Coach.
Thank you very much for the question. The question was putting pressure on me. The team won the trophy last season, and what's going to happen this season? Look, this is the team that is ambitious, and I'm also one of the coaches that is very ambitious. When we go play, we always want to win. So, yes, the pressure will always be there. Whether you win, you lose, the pressure will always be there. So it's part of our job. The technical team, the coaches can attest to that. That pressure is part of our team, but it's always good, for the coach to have ambition. The team also have ambition, to try and do things. And there's no different on this one. That yes, the pressure will always be there, but we are a very ambitious team that wants to compete. Ambitious team that wants to win things. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Over to you, Jonh.
Yes, let me go to Nico's question. In terms of having the coach to be part of the side, I think it's a common cause that when a new season comes, for the fact that we have released some players, obviously some players will need to be recruited to the team. I think it's not the burden of the coach. It's not the burden of the coach to just depend as to whether, as part of the management, as part of the coaching, somehow will be consulted on what and what. But basically, this is the prerogative of the chairman as well as the management to go about looking for players. He does it. And the one, I think this is similar to what Hodius has asked. I don't want to commit myself to saying a lot about the contractual matters about the team. I think everything will flow as and when it will flow. Thank you.
What does that mean, sir? You just said everything will flow when it flows. Can you just explain what you're saying?
As part of the technical team, there are a lot of things that we're still going to a lot of things that are going to do, because this is the beginning of everything. We have met the coaches today, although there has been some negotiation with the coach. So as the technical, the management team, we're going to sit with the coach and try to make terms of agreement as to how he's going to lead the team into the future. Oh yes, so thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Jonh. You're still itching.
Yeah.
You want to come?
I think what
Remember, there's also going to be one-on-one. Thank you.
Sorry to be coming back now and again. I think what the general manager has been avoiding to really address was just the length of the contract. I think that's what I wanted to know. If the coach has signed the contract, obviously the contract would have, you know, a period that it covers. I think that is what she wants to know. But over and above that, the question again to the coach, I just want to check if the coach is having a particular philosophical approach to the game that he wants to bring into the team. Does he prefer a certain way of playing, which is what is going to bring into the team, and what is that philosophy? Thank you.
Thank you.
I always enjoy answering that question. Yeah, you know, you want to entertain people, but at the same time, you play with the purpose. And the purpose is to get results. So as much as, you know, we want to entertain the people, we want to play good football, but it must be a good football that brings you results.